They fall in love with the journey.
Interesting.
And my wife and I joke around because I'm a destination guy. She's always the journey. You're missing things by just being obsessed with the destination. We've gotten to a spot where we respect that it's both the journey and the destination.
Yep. Yep.
But I think what I've noticed is that they are obsessed with this journey, this pursuit, this and get to a spot where I'm okay knowing I'm never going to get there, and I'm okay
Hmm.
with that. But I'm
Hmm.
going to keep good. But I'm going to learn things about myself. I'm going to be a better version of myself as I'm going through all this. And I share all that in terms of the analogy I'll use a lot of times with, especially with athletes, is I think we always are consumed with reaching the mountaintop. We want to climb the mountain, be at the mountaintop. That was my pursuit as I went into Major League Baseball. And then you get there and you realize, now what? Like, okay. And so what ends up happening is if my whole thing's about getting to the mountaintop, number one, I probably don't experience things on the journey the way I need to pay off down the road. But the other thing is once I get there, then I become hyper protective and defensive of trying to stay there. I'm afraid to
Mm.
come off. Everything's a threat. And the reality is, once we climb a mountain, we realize there's another mountain out there that's even
Yeah.
better and bigger that I didn't even know of. I can appreciate how much progress I've made so that we can come off and go climb another mountain. And I
Yeah.
think that's the best I've been around. Recognize they are mountain climbers. We are climbing mountains, and that journey is never going to stop, as opposed to I need to get to the mountaintop. And I think that's where sometimes even just that reframe helps free us up in terms of the pressure of having to be there or stay there or whatever else. Um, the reality is if I get there and I don't want to come off, I actually can sabotage my next journey because I get pushed off or whatever else. But instead of willingly engaging and going to the next one, frees us up in a different way.
And, I think we all have our journeys in life. We all have our mountains to climb. And it always bothers me when I see someone climbing the mountain and not appreciating, that opportunity to do so. But I think, life is just filled with lots of challenges and lots of rewards, and I think anyone who's been a parent realizes that, you get your good moments and your tough moments. But, you said it best. And I think for a young adult to hear that, it's important because I think a lot of times they're just kind of getting barked at, by coaches. It's like, you're an athlete, you're a collegiate athlete, enjoy the journey,
Well, and I think on top of that is sometimes, like you said, sometimes not all of us reach the mountain. Some of us realize I'm climbing the wrong mountain. I need to go climb a different
That's
mountain.
right. That's right.
And I think that's part of this whole journey as well. And if I'm on the right mountain, I believe everybody can, reach that mountaintop to then say, hey, there's another one to go climb.
Yeah. Yeah.